Welcome to the warm-up. Kevin Calabro, go-to guy Jim Moore, 710 ESPN Seattle, 3 to 6 o'clock. Pete Carroll had his press conference today and made it official. Tom Cable is his new assistant head coach and O-line coach as well. There were some other orders of business. There was a whole lot of conversation about Matt Hasselbeck.
He's planning on bringing Matt back. He mentioned that last week. It's a top priority. And he indicated that Matt's the starting quarterback next year, but there's so many different things to try and figure out because the collective bargaining agreement runs out March 4th, and you can re-sign your own guys. But he's kind of funny because he and Schneider are wanting to get busy, but he said they really can't.
No, can't. Your hands are tied. I think and it sounds like they have met. He intimated so much today in a press conference. They've met with Matt and they've expressed themselves to him. And I think have sort of, reading between the lines, have loosely laid out the guidelines for a contract or at least an agreement. He talked a lot about philosophy, so I'm guessing they got deep. They did a lot of philosophy. It was like Plato and Aristotle. I don't know who was at the feet of who. Was it Plato? Was it the feet of Aristotle or Aristotle at the feet of Plato? I forget which. But that they were role-playing, I'm guessing, and that's what they were talking about.
We heard philosophy a lot today.
We heard philosophy a whole lot today.
Carroll and Bates,
yeah,
they differed in that department.
Philosophically.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had to move in a different direction.
Different direction. It's a new day. Just like you told me it would. You told me what the script
we nailed it yesterday.
We nailed it.
Right when Carroll was talking about it, they wished him well.
Absolutely. Now, Tom Cable, a lot of discussion. You yesterday raised, I thought, some valid points on Tom Cable's past with charges of physical abuse of his wife, girlfriend, not once, not twice, but on 3 separate occasions dating back to 1989. Carroll addressed that today and said that it was an issue that had been vetted and that they were moving on. Apparently satisfied that
I don't mean to laugh.
That Tom was going to take care of it.
Well, so from the time that they played the Bears, they've had, 2.5 days to vet it? Apparently?
I would assume it went back before then, though.
You think they were doing the search before then? I think they were probably too busy preparing for the Bears and the Saints, weren't they?
Did you make your decision on Jeremy Bates based on the Chicago game? Or it was this, did you have a pretty good idea if you're Pete Carroll during the course of the year that this is something you really wanted to change?
I think during the course of the year,
yeah.
Because he said today that it didn't. Someone asked him whether it had to do with how the offense played,
right.
Whether the fact that they were 27th in the league, and he said no. That it was just, they had a different philosophy. It sounded to me like Carroll values the run more than Bates does.
And Cable certainly is a guy that's, by all indications, is a guy that called his own plays at Oakland and is going to very definitely be a guy that's going to emphasize the run game and the offensive line. But get back to that issue. We'll discuss that today. Tom Cable, how do the fans feel about this? The fact that Cable is on board with the Seahawks, and does it matter to them ultimately, his past and some of these charges? All right, that's what we've got for you today at 3 o'clock. Join us, please.